is the week. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Each season has a holiday of 2 days in between them. There are 4 seasons. Okay. Yeah, Michael, nice with the
Good evening,
That was
everybody. Everybody doing all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about
yes.
the quick turnaround there, folks, and give you a little bit of warning.
Oh, that's
Simple's camera wasn't connecting
oh, dope.
for some reason, and so we
Tech
were
problems.
trying to troubleshoot it, and it went 7 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh no, gotta go live."
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And so
Good job fixing it though. Yeah, looks good.
I didn't do anything. We just restarted it.
Put it back in.
It's just work. Yeah, well,
There you
just
go.
turn it on and turn off and turn
That's
it back
it.
on.
We
That's what
unplugged it.
works.
We plugged it back in. We restarted it. We unplugged it. Plugged it back in.
So what did it is I blew on the USB. I went.
Yes.
Did you?
like an
I
old
turned it
old
on.
cartridge.
That's
Old
old
video
school.
game cartridge. Oh, that's great.
That's
Exactly.
exactly how. Because I was plugging it in and it was like, does not recognize USB. What is this? And I was like, oh, okay, so it's not doing the thing.
Yeah. That's,
Well, this is all I got. If this doesn't work, it's new camera time.
Yep.
Everybody have a good week. Enjoy the little bit of cooler weather here.
Yes.
It got up to
Cooler weather?
110 degrees today. What the
Cooler
heck are you
weather?
talking about?
yeah.
Cooler weather.
Until today and yesterday, we had weather in the 90s. Okay.
I mean,
Wow,
at
that's- I
least
guess that's cool.
we're at least supposedly getting rain over the weekend, so I'm excited for that.
We are. Did you?
I don't know. I don't know if I trust that. My knee isn't bothering me, so if my left knee's not bothering me, there is no rain.
Sounds like
Simple.
Murphy to me. I don't know.
Ruffles and Falcor tells you to lick the USB.
Cool.
There you go.
Ruffles.
Pleasant.
Well,
It's funny.
anyway, I think we're gonna have a Zahad. He was just running a little behind, so we should have everybody for tonight. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Stick. Sorry, I was reading a note from Extra Life, which is coming soon to Game HQ. Dates confirmed for November 1st and 2nd, Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Not to toot any horns or anything, but Emissary is once again designing the shirt, logo, all that fun stuff. He's the one that's come up with these amazing logos in the years past. So, looking forward to see what he's got.
Yeah, they've been a lot of fun to do. So hopefully we can make another good shirt this year. We've tried different characters every year, so hopefully we have a. I think we've settled on a good one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see what you can do with it. So
Yeah.
and you've had some practice.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
Times, I guess. Yeah.
So
I'll just say Vyatryx. That's all. That's all I'll say. But no, yeah, it should be
fantastic. Yeah. Well, Aiden, what's going on in Red Dirt Land?
Right. So, what's going on in Red Dirt Land, you're wondering? So, Monday, we had a Wayfinder Legends episode 8, Rub Some Mud on It, where I'm guessing they do something mud related. I have no clue.
Methods. Gotta be methods.
It's always methods. But there's that. Released Monday. On Tuesday was Keys from the Golden Vault, episode 61, Disco Inferno, in which our thieves are in the elemental plane of fire trying to steal the Book of Vile Darkness. as they are quickly approaching the end of Golden Vault. Actually, I believe there's only one more episode actually after this one, and then we'll begin something new. But stay tuned for that. Then for the podcast, Wednesday normally and Sunday for our patrons is episode 91, Battle of the Ages, in which I believe there's some time shenanigans going on. So that's a lot of fun. Other than that, I believe there is a plausible deniability tomorrow on Thursday, and we also have Miracle Con coming up, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. Miracle Con is at the end of the month in Edmond, Oklahoma. It's the 24th, Saturday the 24th.
Yeah, so the 24th. Make sure to come see us. Make sure to go show some love to the other podcast networks as well. And this has been your daily Red Dirt catch-up.
I believe it's a weekly Red Dirt
Weekly.
catch-up.
Sorry. No, we're going to start doing daily now. Daily
Yes,
streams, Andrew.
daily, yes.
Daily streams.
Wow.
All right, let's do this. I don't know when, but let's do it. Ponies
Nice
tomorrow.
job, Aiden.
I mean, okay, everyone roll for ponies. You can also be a dragon or a griffin or a hippogriff, or I've got the expanded bestiary, so you can be a lot of things other than just a pony.
Good to know. Emissary, what's going on with the Patreons?
Yeah, Patreon, again, that's patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Yeah, if you like what you see here, like what you hear on the podcast, or when you watch Keys of the Golden Vault, or listen to the new Wayfinder Legends, excuse me. Yeah, just head over to patreon.com/reddirtdnd or reddirtdnd, sorry. And yeah, show us some support by kind of looking at, you can join at the lowest level. If you do that, you get access to the Discord server. You get all kinds of cool stuff, like on different levels, you get quarterly minis or t-shirts. But at the very lowest level, you get access, like I said, to the Discord server. You get the roundtable, which is a deep dive into the previous 4 episodes of the main podcast 4 days early. You get you also get the podcast early, and just get to hang out with people like us and share memes and talk D&D or other RPGs if you want to. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Has the new mini vote taken
Oh.
place? Does anyone know? Or
No.
because we are 3 for 3 for Vyatryx on
We
minis.
are, that's right.
And you can cast your vote if you're a part of the Discord, right? Or is it you have to be
Yep. If you're a patron, yep.
Yep.
Excellent.
For the top 2 tiers, I believe.
Yeah, I think gold and platinum or something.
Gold and platinum, I believe.
So yeah,
Lots of fun.
it's very cool.
I
that's
hope
the
we win
Patreon.
I hope we win the next one, because that mini is going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, Michael.
Yes. For those of you who wish to support what we do here, but want to get a little bit of something for your money, you can get that by going to our website at reddirtdnd.com. Up at the top, you'll see a merch tab. The merch tab will redirect you to our merch store, which will introduce you to an ensemble of t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and drinkware that you can get that all are emblazoned with various Red Dirt D&D franchising and or branding. There is a Shenanigans Unplugged shirt, much like the one I'm wearing here. Very comfortable shirt, by the way. So if you find yourself wanting to do that, I would highly.
Uh-oh. Someone froze. He was pushing the shirt too hard. He broke the internet.
Turn him off and on again.
Guys,
Yeah.
this just means you have to buy the shirt now.
Yeah.
Blow to his
clearly.
nose and replay him back in.
The only way to bring Michael back is to buy the shirt.
Yep. It's the only way he's coming back.
Quickly, do it now. You're our only hope.
That's right. He was like a fairy if we like clap for him. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Hey.
Apparently
Emma
Michael is a fairy.
back. Okay.
Oh,
Yay.
Yeah.
yay.
All right.
Okay. I'm here.
Very
Yay.
good.
Jeez.
Push the
Thank you,
shirt
Mike.
too hard. All right.
Yeah.
Easy next time. Okay?
Apparently. Okay, I'll tone it down.
Fantastic. Well, without any further ado, we're going to go in to thank our sponsors from Red Dirt RPG. That's STWay Gaming and Pro Laser Cuts. Both of them have been with us for a long time now. By the way, I don't think we ever said this. Happy 5th birthday, Red Dirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
5.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's
We're
crazy.
this many.
Yeah.
We're this many.
Wow.
Been doing
Wow.
it a while. Or is it 4?
No, I think it's 5. Is that right? 20. No, it might be 4.
4.
It's 4. It's 4. It's not 5
4.
yet. So we're
4,
actually
yeah.
this many. Sorry,
Yeah.
we can't count yet. We're 4.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
But continuing to grow. I know there is lots of things working behind the scenes. I know there's still the warehouse is still going, working out some technical difficulties. And then I have heard rumors of a new show that has been pitched that hopefully will take off soon. So first plug for it, Red Dirt Discovery.
What
A
were they doing
game
that
where we
show?
play other games.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Yeah. Branching out and getting onto some other RPGs. So hopefully that can continue in the works and get out before the end of the year. So, but yeah. All right. We're going to go into thanking everybody and then to our opening credits and our recap. Because it's been 2 weeks since we played and I missed you guys.
We missed you too there, Andrew. I've
missed you
been
too,
a couple
Andrew.
weeks myself, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice to be back.
you had longer than the rest of us.
Yeah, you had 3
Mr.
weeks.
Cloud Strike update.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in just a bit.
The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by STWay Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at STWay Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. STWay Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at stwaygaming.com or find STWay Gaming on Facebook.
Last time on Mysteries of Vyatryx, the group arrived at Kriegord and wasted no time getting to work. As the Hod sought out accommodations for everyone, the rest of the group went to the town church. After talking to the suspiciously wealthy priest and delivering the body of the deceased townsman, they visited the blacksmith to investigate a lead about some missing dragonborn and discovered that all 3 of his apprentices had also gone missing. The group eventually met up at the general store, where Zahad made several tactical purchases for the team, and the party learned never to trust Kieran with coin. Join us as we find out what happens next on Mysteries of Vyatryx.
And we're back. As we left off, as the group is leaving out of the general store after having addressed Kieran's purchasing agreement.
Oops.
And climb back into the car, or the horseless carriage, as they all climb back in. You hear 99, 100, reboot now complete.
I think Emissary's eyes light up, and I think he looks around, Andrew, and yeah, I'm not sure if he would say. He would probably ask like what time it is, because he's he'll say something like,
You're not going to say hello world?
No, he's not going to say hello world. No.
He's going to say
But I think
happy birthday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I thought for sure he'd go with, "I'm your healthcare companion. Where does it hurt?"
Oh, I know.
He's a cleric now?
Wow.
That was a pretty intense update.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense update.
Okay.
That's funny. No, but I think he knows the difference in like the light that's coming through the carriage and stuff, and he'll say like, "I seem to have missed some small amount of time. What time is it currently? I need to update my internal chronometer."
My son
I
dial isn't
don't.
working.
Is it? Yeah, no one has a watch.
Jessica doesn't
No
know
clock,
exactly what
Yeah.
time it is, but
No
I
clue.
feel like Nasara would. I mean, she's got that whole time thing situation. So
Yeah, give like an estimator.
It's like afternoon, right? Because we were gonna
Mhm.
head to.
It's getting close to evening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, it is 6:37. Past
What's
the
that?
noon hour.
How much time?
My
have I
watch
missed,
says
Andrew?
6:39, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
Has it been like 3 hours, 4 hours? Has it been a while, or no? Or just
You've been out of connection for roughly, at this point, I would say probably about 20 hours.
oh my goodness
Which
gracious.
for emissary is a long time.
Those
Yeah.
Windows updates, they get longer and longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would and I'd ask the date. I guess, what is today's date, Andrew? Someone can tell me the exact date, and then I'll know it's been over like that day. And so, yeah, and I think I'll just say thank you, and I'll leave it at that. Where is Zahad? Is Zahad here, Andrew, or is he?
Yeah,
Or
he
is
stepped
he
into
sort
the
of-
carriage,
Okay.
kind of wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, if I see he's willy wobbly or he's like dirty, right? No, he got prestidigitated, I think, so he should be fine.
dude.
Yeah, if I see that he's
I
a
mean,
little
he's
bit unwell,
he's probably carrying stuff because he bought a bunch of items.
did.
so I would immediately help him, and I'd maybe take it back to the trunk, and I would kind of get him situated so he's comfortable, and make sure he's got
Hey.
like a drink or something like that. So I do that kind of stuff for him.
Our Zahad faceplant like preventer is back on duty. Yay.
Did the Marquis? Did he injure himself?
No,
Zahad.
Not physically, just perhaps
No.
his pride.
he took the quick way out of the carriage.
I mean, it was definitely a little physically, but mostly his pride.
He's graceful like a sparrow, though. You know, the size is rather deceptive.
Indeed. And he did succeed in getting us accommodations for the evening, which is most appreciated.
Ah, very good.
I don't know why we just can't rough it outside of town. This whole place is kind of suspect to begin with.
Well, I think that is an option. However, given the current state of the fact that there are people actively in town disappearing, it'd probably be prudent not to separate too much. Just
Have we?
for safety.
Why?
we
We don't know
made-
how people are disappearing, and it could be because they're going to the hotel.
Is there any more information on the disappearances? Do we have a? I'm sorry that I am not updated to
We
what has happened.
so we have a couple of different leads. There's the lead we got from the gentleman in the tent from our earlier escapade, down or up to the or down south. Jeez, that arrow.
I'll take the map out and then I'll like flip it around. I'll turn.
Yeah, down southwest, and Nisara points to like the circle on the map. And then there's a clan of Dragonborn that have gone missing to the northeast in this mountainous region. And then, yes, a clan of Dragonborn that have
They're all miners. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was also 3 apprentices of the blacksmith have disappeared. And he failed to report this in any meaningful way. So, but the most recent disappearance was a dwarf. And knowing what I do about Earthkin, they would not abandon an apprenticeship without at least notifying their like the person whose tutelage they're under.
Their teacher.
It's a very deep sign. It's a very deep sign of disrespect in the culture.
He's also very good at what he does.
Yes, it's quite impressive, and Nisara will pull out wherever the chainmail armor that got off to. Like, I don't know if anyone can use this, but it is well made.
Yes,
I will take a look at that, and I'll try to. I'll take a peek and see if I can use it or not.
Aren't you a barbarian?
Yeah, so I probably don't need it, but
heavy armor, you won't be able to rage.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? You can't rage with heavy armor?
Yeah, you can't rage with heavy armor. Yep.
Did not know that. So I will look at it and admire it, but then I'll give it back to
Andrew. We can't hear you.
No.
You don't get unarmored defense.
Yeah, you can rage in it. You just can't. You don't get unarmored defense.
No, I think it literally says you can't rage while in heavy armor. I think that is literally a rule in this game.
Wow.
Which is
you can rage in medium armor and light armor.
Barbabar does not heavy armor. That I know that. And then I think Kieran said he could wear it.
I have plate, so there's really no point.
Yeah.
Unless it's like really good chainmail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good chainmail.
Well,
but we haven't identified it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Can someone disseminate that information? Because I don't know where it was posted.
I shared with the class in non-game terms, but I will share with class in game terms. Hold on.
Yes, please. That'd be appreciated.
Yeah, because it wasn't just chainmail; it was like magic.
I think it's adamantine, right?
What was the purple circle for?
Or adamantine.
The purple.
This one over
here.
That's
so you remember the people who had the bugs on their necks?
Yeah.
That's where they were when they forget what happened after that.
Oh, okay. I think maybe that wouldn't be a bad spot to go to next. It's not too far away.
Yeah, were the caves over there? I forget what was said about that. Was there? But that's where they were. Were they? They were hired to investigate a cave.
That's the last thing I remember.
Off the side of the lake, they showed up, and then
we probably should go there.
I think we should go there first because it's just a short distance away. Honestly,
are there any authorities within this town? Have they been notified of these disappearances, or have they made any headway? Is there a sheriff, as it were?
I believe,
or other constable?
I don't honestly remember if there was a sheriff or a jail. I remember.
I'll get out of the and look around and see if I see a sign.
We talked to the innkeeper. We talked to the blacksmith. We talked to the priest.
Yep.
And we went to the general store. And Nisara glances at Kieran and learned that you do not give Kieran tricks.
Because tricks are for kids.
Tricks
are. Yeah, it's been a long day. I think I'm ready to bed down. Honestly.
Are you okay, Kieran?
Yeah.
You have a headache.
He's in a lot of debt.
He was in a lot of debt.
Well, I'm still in debt. I mean, I was hot a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. Just don't ever. if you ever see me trying to make a financial deal, don't let me take the lead on it. I've never been good at it. I used to have someone that would help me with that a lot, and it's just not really my thing.
Well, Marquis Zahad is very generous, and I'm sure if you did encounter any debt, I'm sure he was happy to assist you in alleviating that burden from your care.
There is no shame in identifying our shortcomings. We all have different areas of expertise and ability, and just as long as you're aware of the problem and do not repeat your mistakes, Kieran.
Sounds good. Let's see. I have no problem with that. Yeah, let's go to sleep. Let's have some dinner. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Surely nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, but is there a sheriff, Andrew? Or no, do we? I can't remember. Listen to it, but I don't know if
you want to step out and look around the town since you
it's not big. I
town?
think, right? Yeah. I'll take a short little walk and see.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Oh, perception.
And just out of game, barbarians can wear armor. It's just they don't get unarmored defense if they're wearing anything or using a shield.
Got it.
But they can wear armor.
That's right. Yeah. Let's see if this works here. Oops, I think it worked. Oh, I did work twice. Whatever. Wow. Yeah, I did it twice by accident, but yeah.
Yep. 18 is your first one. As you look around, you see there are several buildings spaced around as a tumbleweed blows through the town. You do see that there is what appears to be looks like a bar/hotel, a shop, a general store of some kind. You see someone swinging a hammer at an anvil with fire. There seems to be a church, a simple kind of one-house school, a church, kind of a doctor's office, and there does appear to be another building that
there's a star on it, you said?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Kind of matches up with the places they've been to if they've been talking. So, but I'll come back in and I'll just suggest maybe we can talk to the local, because they might be closed for the night. We'll talk to them tomorrow after we rest. Since if I look at Kieran, if he's looking pretty tired too, we can do it tomorrow morning before we leave if you guys want to.
Yes, it might. I mean, somebody hired these guys to go investigate that cave. So.
Maybe it was him. Yeah, in the sheriff or something. We can go back to the inn first, or the rooms. That's fine. Yeah.
As you guys go back to the inn, you walk in, and once again, as you guys step through the double swinging doors of this tavern inn, everybody inside goes deathly quiet.
Another human, Andrew?
It's a mix of a bunch of different individuals. As you're looking around, you see that it's a predominantly makeup of those that kind of trace their roots back to the Earth domain. You see some Earth elementals and genasi, some giants, dwarves, dragonborn, dragonkin, orcs. But then there's a smattering of some humans, elves, some beast folk, some small ones, and then just some smattering of the other races as well. As you look around,
are they just staring at us? Is there like
at the moment, yeah.
Is there like a hint of like any sort of aggressiveness, or they just staring?
Give me an insight check.
Okay, I'm not great.
I just stare back at one of them.
Insight check, normal roll. Hey, look at that, 4.
Yeah, nothing. You don't get anything from them, but they're just kind of like staring.
Kieran will just walk up to the bar. Say, Zahad should have paid for our rooms and our food, I believe.
As you,
I'll say to the person at the front.
Zahad, that name don't ring a bell, honey.
Oh.
Did we not bring him with us?
He would be here, right?
Yeah, like I know that he's AFK, but He's definitely here, and based on the conversation that
So yeah,
happened last time-
he's right there. I mean, you know, maybe you just misplaced things, you know.
No.
He just
I
ate a whole
remember
bunch of
talking to
saltwater
him.
taffy or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're all like this, aren't you? Okay.
Oh, like what? As
Nothing.
you stand, and this lady stands up from behind the bar at 7'8".
She's like bigger than yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a
Please.
problem?
No, I do not. Sorry. Just thinking to myself out loud.
Usually those are kind of inner thoughts you'd keep to yourself, darling.
I look at
Yes.
Kieran. I look at her. I look at Kieran again.
I hold her stare.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to meet you.
I believe he was asking.
My name is Valdi. Sorry, gotta pull this up. Moonbreeze. Pleasure to meet the compatriots of Moneybags over there.
Moneybags. He is made of that, isn't he?
That
Kieran,
is the-
Demisio, and the rest of the group, they can introduce themselves if they wish to. I will
That
not.
is a Marquis Zahad from Abkirk. He is not Mr. Moneybags. I'm not sure where that moniker has come from.
Oh, you must be his protector. That's cute.
I believe he prefers the term valet, but
I do not prefer that term.
What is a ballet?
never mind. I
Do
would
you
never
have the
make that.
keys to the rooms that? Oh, I think he already has the key, right?
Yeah.
He
All
already
three
has
of
it.
them.
And she
Yeah.
explained how to get up to them. I think. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you remember how to get up to the rooms?
Zahad.
Zahad. Zahad
Yes.
knows perfect.
Great. Lead the way.
He walks up the stairs that roll round to the back. There's a door. He sticks in the first key. It opens up. As the door opens up, a second set of stairs comes out of the wall, leading up into the upper spaces. Before you is another door where he inserts the second key. And another long hallway where there is a door in front. As the hall turns and does basically a 180, and there's a door, and he opens it, and it opens into a big kind of living room area with multiple bedrooms inside.
Gotcha.
Great. I say we all just probably head to bed. Is the dinner in there, or did we get dinner downstairs? Because I'm pretty sure he paid for that, if I remember correctly.
He did,
think
and
she was
he
gonna-
paid- Nope. He made a table arrangement for you in
Oh, okay.
the tavern.
Mhm.
I think she asked if she wanted to bring it up to us, but he said he wanted to eat. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with all of us being downstairs. I'm fine with that.
We should probably be careful with what we eat and drink here, though.
Okay.
I
Sure.
understand we don't have to worry
Concerned
about that, but
Are you concerned about foul play?
well, we have previously established that people go missing from this town at a regular interval, so we don't know how that's happening.
I think
That
most
is fair.
That's pretty smart
of
of
the
you.
disappearances have happened outside of town.
That,
Well,
I mean,
That's what
We-
everyone in town says.
We don't
I-
know really
it's
right
a
now.
fair point, Murphy, but
I'll be sure to look carefully at my food before I eat it, Murphy. Thank
Just-
you.
Yeah, just let Emissary taste it before you do anything.
Emissary, can you even taste?
I can taste if I choose to. Yes.
All right.
I
that's
assume
cool.
he could. I assume
Yes,
he could just I don't know, scientifically detect something. Like
I
what are they
I'm
called?
not sure.
Centrifuges.
I am not sure if I have the capability. Not
That's
sure if I
what
have the
those do.
Not sure about the
A
capability.
centrifuge. It sounds like a thing that you battle with or something. I don't know.
Is that not what it works? Is that not what that is? Okay.
I am uncertain, but there have been times where I have chewed up some food from Master Zahad, so it was easier for him to digest. That has happened on
Oh,
occasion.
like a baby
with
bird. You like baby bird him. That's
I do on occasion. Sometimes
weird,
he-
man.
Mm.
yeah.
You see
sometimes he
Zahad kind of
requested.
looks over at you, emissary. She's like, "Not now."
I'm sorry, Marquis.
Zahad has 5 gizzards and he needs to eat rocks to bring them
That's
down.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to chew the
Um,
rocks with his second mouth that's underneath.
Ooh, I don't even want to think about that.
Wow.
Oh.
Shall we then adjourn to our table?
A table?
Yes, let's go eat. We can discuss more at the table about
Yes.
Zahad's eating habits.
That's
Andrew, real quick, I would like to take this moment to remind you that Nasara is immune to poison damage and the poison condition.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Don't have any elves in this party? All right.
You guys go back down.
No, we got 2 Azamars, but no elves.
That's all you need, really.
Are elves immune to poison and stuff?
No, they're
Well,
immune to
they can't
sleep.
be put to sleep.
Yeah.
it's true.
Charm spell.
Well, listen,
as
last
well.
campaign we had 2 elves. This campaign we have 2 Azamars. It's okay.
Yeah.
This is fair.
Well, when we need extra light, I'll let you know.
Wow. Low blow.
Oh, does Zahad give me the goggles of night, Andrew? Do I get the? Or should I wait?
I would say yeah. As you guys were driving over, he would have distributed the magic items as. They
Or we can
should
wait
have
till he gets
been.
here.
I assume he's being quiet because he's gotten some paperwork from his satchel.
Yeah, and
He's
he's
absorbed in
probably-
his studies.
he's probably thinking very hard about something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. But as we sit down for dinner, Karen will just kind of pipe up and say, so, that place they said they last saw is right around not around the corner, but only a few miles that way, I believe. I say we probably check that out first, honestly. And then any other leads you have, we can check out after that. I know Zahad's not here to really decide, but it's just my input.
No, I think that is a good plan. I believe we should talk to the sheriff or the local constable prior to doing that. If that might be
That would be
prudent.
good.
It might also be worthwhile to speak with the healer to see if there's any illness associated with. I mean, they are parasites after all, but if anyone complained of any growths on their neck, or I'm not sure.
I feel like he didn't seem too concerned. I don't believe. I don't know. Maybe you made a good point.
Have we already spoken with
To the cleric? We already spoke to the cleric, I believe.
I
at the
I
town.
thought that he said that there was a church and there was a healer.
Oh,
They were
okay.
2
That
different
must have been
people.
someone separate. Sorry.
Almost like an old west barber, right, Andrew? Like maybe they do surgery or.
There is a barber.
But yeah, different.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
It's not entirely necessary.
We could
If
definitely
would
check.
like to break camp early and head off sooner rather than later.
No, I mean if we just split up and go ask, I mean we could probably split off and go in 2 different
Yeah.
directions, and then meet back up near the edge of town and head out to
Yeah.
those caves.
Like me and Kieran could go talk to the sheriff, and Alex says, or 3 and 3 or something like that. We could
3 and
split
3
it that
probably,
way.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
buddy
Barber.
system. If
Yeah.
something happens to one, the other one sticks with them, and the other one runs to go get the others.
Exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. So what are they serving here, Andrew? What are they?
Yeah, what's for dinner?
That's for
As you guys get down in, Madame Moonbreeze shows you to the table. It's in the front right corner of the tavern. It is elevated up off the floor by about a good 5-6 feet. Circular table. And as you approach, the lights kind of dim, kind of obscuring your all's faces to the rest of the patrons in the bar. He goes, all right, we got a couple of things that you could have this evening. We do have a meat and potatoes option, seems to be pretty popular. We do have an all vegetarian dish. Not as popular, but some of the elves prefer it to the meat options. And then for some of those more dainty, as she looks over at Nasara, we do have some salads, of course, tossed greens, and then we also have some amazing pie. I do say at the end of the meal that is some of the best in Krimraz. So what can I get for you all? As she sets down a water and a another glass with a brownish liquid inside it, full with ice.
Oh man, I wonder what that could be. I'll have meat and potatoes. Could I do like maybe a side salad with that of sorts?
Sure, not
Yeah.
a problem.
Or then I'll pour the strange liquid that looks brownish into my cup.
I'll have what he's having, and I will follow suit of pouring a drink.
Okay.
I do not require sustenance at this time.
Well, it's already been paid for, so you might as well eat now while you can.
I just look at her. It's like,
She kind of keeps the eye contact for like 30 seconds longer than
Yeah.
she should. Okay,
Yeah.
then.
And yeah.
What else for us?
I would love the meat option, meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, we'll get that started for everybody.
Is this Andrew? You said it's like there's a magical darkness that kind of.
It's not so
surrounds
much
sort of-
darkness, but it's like the lights have been dimmed down.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that it just in your area. So like the rest of the tavern is fairly well lit. There are a couple of places and corners where it's a little bit darker. But it seems like this one is specifically designed to kind of obscure who's at the table from.
Got
Like
it.
you guys can still see very well, can see each other, but it's just as you get further away, it kind of obscures you guys in shadow.
Got
Does it block? Can I tell if it blocks sound or is it just look?
It's
Is it
just
sight?
look. Yeah,
Okay,
it's just
okay,
sight.
okay.
Yeah.
If it's a big round table, can I sit at the table where I'm here, but I can look this way and I can see like the window, but out here I can see like the group. Like I have to turn my head to see both, but I will here I will on regular intervals I will turn and I will keep that up like the whole meal.
Just like a.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not a problem.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we discussed that over dinner. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
And you're gonna take the ring, Kieran, right? You got the regeneration ring or something? Or you're
I
gonna- or is
might.
he
I
gonna-
don't. Unless anyone else. I mean, unless no one else wants it. I mean, unless anyone else wants it.
Yeah.
But
I think you can have it for now. Yeah. If someone loses a limb, we can give it to them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it for now because I can regenerate health over
Yeah.
time.
And yeah, you can use your hit dice for. I mean, you can use those.
Yeah,
over
I use
time
my
to
hit
kinda
dice to
save
heal
those.
people, but I could save those hit dice for other people than myself.
Yeah, that might be good. Yeah. But no, I think that's We'll just maybe in the morning we'll split off and do a barber or the sheriff.
Yeah,
Go from
no,
there.
that'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we detect anything funny about our food there, Andrew? What do you want? A survival?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. What's the liquid? Is it just like iced tea?
Sweet tea.
Yeah,
Sweet
that's
tea.
what I assumed it was. Ooh, this was pretty good.
Great.
I've had normal tea before, but this one's got like a sweetness to it.
Yeah. Interesting.
And it's a good southern sweet tea. You stick a spoon in it, it sticks straight up. Yeah.
Must be a Kriegord special.
Noted. As you guys finish your meat and potatoes, the potatoes are a little bit different than ours. They're purple.
Oh.
Okay.
Still kind of the same kind of flavor, but it's purple. Just
Okay.
because it's fun.
Purple potatoes.
Yep.
We have purple potatoes.
Murphy, what kind of meat
They're
are
like-
you eating? What is that? Is it like a
Oh,
meatloaf?
these are. I thought it was like mutton or something. What is it? What kind of meat is it? Is it meat
Yeah,
potatoes?
Yeah, it's just meat, and so it's just like chopped meat. It's a little bit of a bunch of different things, kind of like a stewed potato meat.
Okay.
It's just kind of whatever they kind of found around. You know that there's people around that do have ranches, and there's wildlife and things of that nature. So
My brain just went to like hot dogs, processed meat for some reason.
no, this is closer
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
steak and things of that nature.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Venison, rabbit,
Yeah,
a little bit of beef,
Squirrel, yeah.
maybe some pork.
Maybe
This
some
is very
fillets.
good. See, I make sure to thank our waiter, our server.
You
And-
notice that it's actually Madame Moonbreeze that has been
Oh,
waiting
okay.
on you the entire time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't walk up to the table. She just kind of hands.
She's so
Oh.
big. She's,
Yeah, because it's 5 feet up, and then you guys are seated.
Oh,
So she's right about the same height as y'all.
that's fine.
it's fair.
Now, did anybody save any room for some of that pie?
I think I'm good. Anyone else want pie?
Oh, sure. Why not? I'll take a pie piece.
We got 4 kinds.
Ooh,
I got-
I didn't know I had choices. What do you got for me, honey?
I got an apple.
Uh-huh.
I got a berry.
What kind of berry?
Mixed berry.
Mm.
I got a rhubarb.
Ooh, rhubarb.
And
Cooked
then
right. All
and
the
then
way
our
through.
last one we have is our Kriegel famous key lime.
Ooh. Well, if it's
Ooh.
famous, I'll get that then.
Yeah.
Specifically, the key lime pie is poisoned.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be the rhubarb. They just could not be cooking. all
That's
the way.
why it's famous,
they're
right?
in it.
They disappear after eating key lime pie. It was so good. Yeah.
Who else getting what?
Oh,
I'll
you
go
said I
in.
was getting key lime.
Yeah, I'll join Murphy on that adventure.
Wonderful.
I hate to be a bother. You wouldn't happen to have. I've noticed your clientele. You wouldn't happen to have dwarven root bake pie, would you?
I did not make that today. We do make it every once in a while.
We will be leaving on a journey in a bit, so don't feel like you have to prepare it, but I would be interested upon our return if you would be so kind.
Well, you guys are paid for 3 days.
We understand that.
Okay.
We just have pressing matters to attend to tomorrow morning. We may be back that evening, we may not be. It just depends.
Understood. Besides, ma'am, you know that a good dwarven pie takes more than a day or 2 to make.
That is fair.
As she comes back with 2 big slices of key lime pie for Murphy and Melt. Like you would almost think it's like a third of the pie. Yeah. And I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, for.
I told you.
Mm.
So they get you. They say key lime pie, and then they poison that one.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course that's how that
Well,
works.
they can't very well poison the whole stew of their most popular dish. Like, that'd just be wasteful.
Hey, I have to eat something.
Oh, come on.
Only the tourists get the pie.
Oh, the tourists get the pie.
That was not a happy sound.
I mean, 5 is probably not a happy
Melt, are you
sound.
okay? Do you need to use the
I
restroom?
feel like there's probably bad things in my future.
Melt, you take that first bite,
Uh-huh.
and the taste hits,
Uh-huh.
and the rest of you blink, and the rest of the pie is gone. Like Melt just inhaled, like dropped the fork,
The same melt. I think that's a world record.
Oh,
You okay?
that was so good.
Was it a con save to see if he could resist shoving the whole thing in his mouth at once?
Murphy, what'd you roll?
I got an 18.
18. You eat it. It's a really good pie. But yeah, nothing seems fishy about it at all. But then you look over and Melt is like licking the plate, trying to get every last bit of crumbs. He's
Oh my
like
goodness
eyeing your pie as you're finishing it.
Go get your own. Get another slice or something.
Melt,
Yes.
you have developed a taste for this key lime pie.
Addiction unlocked.
Key lime pie.
Real good. It tastes like they put human flesh in there.
Okay.
It's not all human.
Yeah,
Mixed
human's
humanoid.
expensive.
My bad.
Human's expensive.
Wow.
Well, you really enjoyed that pie, Melt.
Yep. Nope.
You want another slice?
Yes, I absolutely
Okay,
do.
I'll order my slice and then give it to Melt.
Melt, make me another Constitution saving throw as it comes in front of you.
Okay. I don't like. Oh boy. Let's try this again.
Once again, doesn't even bother for the fork.
Nope.
That is very curious. I would like a piece of pie, and I'll give it to Melt.
At this point, Melt's stomach is like fully extended, and that pie hits the table. I will say this: make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Let's see.
Just watching Melt.
Kieran just smiles at Emissary a little bit.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh man,
Okay.
Melt, you are not hungry. You should. Oh, you are hungry. You are very hungry.
Melt, at this point, it is safe to say you are addicted to this key lime pie.
Okay then. That's fair.
Okay.
All right. I think that's enough.
You should
key lime
not-
pie. I
No,
think
no,
you
it's
should-
not. No, it's not. I
You
need
should
more.
not.
I
No,
need
you should
more.
not have eaten the last piece.
No.
you will be.
You
be
gave
sick
it
in
to
one
me though.
I was running an experiment. I was curious. But no more pie for you. That would be.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. I don't think any more pie. At least not for the next few days. Don't give me that face. You're gonna make me cry.
But pie. So
I
yummy.
think he had plenty.
So yummy.
We should
It
probably
makes you
go
lick the
shut
plate.
it down, right?
We will take
look.
him upstairs if he'll. Melt, you should
Come
come
on,
with
Melt,
us.
and start dragging Melt upstairs.
Oh.
we drag him past the pie as well.
Ah!
There's a whole stand of pies right there.
And I think we bed down.
Yeah.
I don't need to sleep, so I'm gonna sit
That's
in
right.
the little common area place and just hang out, I guess. Do they have like any literature? Do they give you like a free guide to the gods or something? Like the
There's
hotel
magazines.
Bible?
There's a hotel Bible.
A little
There are 3. And
Wow.
I will let you roll to determine what 3 are in this room of the deities.
What do you want me to roll?
Give me a second. Roll me a d12 3 times.
8, 6, 10.
8, 6, 10. Okay.
That moment when you roll the same number over and over, and it just turns out they're all like Sea-Doo. They're all Sea-Doo. It's 3 copies of the Bible of Sea-Doo.
The real sea-doos were the friends we made along the way.
So you've got the Spendonda, Vonkaboo, and Kratanta.
I've got like 8 hours, so I'm assuming very humbly that I can get through all 3 in that time.
Give me an intelligence check.
I have eyes that says I can. My warlock thing, I can read all written language.
I'm not saying you can't read it.
Okay. So you need an intelligence check to see if I can read all of the
Fast.
Intelligence or religion, either or.
religion. You say with your face. 19.
You start with Vonkaboo. Makes sense, right?
I honestly thought I'd start with Spendonda because I've learned a lot about Vonkaboo throughout my life, and I would like.
But that's why it was quick.
Ah, got it.
You knocked it out real fast. And then you moved on to Spendonda because things have been kind of tumultuous in your life recently.
Well, I mostly just wanted to get a better understanding of Kieran as a person, since Spendonda is like his god that he worships, right? Like, since I have
By all
to
technicality.
work with this guy, and like, there was all that tension about the dragon and should we murder it and yada yada yada. So, just trying to get to know him a little better.
Okay. It's a little bit slower of a read because you're not familiar with it as much. Tends to be a little bit kind of opposite of Vonkaboo's kind of beliefs. Whereas Vonkaboo was very much about standing with and healing and, being together. Spendonda is much more about going with the flow, the change, that you may not enjoy it right now, but hey, things change, And then the last one, Kratanta, is probably the hardest of the 3 to read. Talks a lot about the lonely journey, the pilgrimage that people take at the end, yada yada.
Death is hard.
I think that emissary would he would stand by. And sorry, there's a little bit of sound in the background here if you hear that, but I would be by Zahad for the first 3 hours, just doing my sentry thing. But then I would come out and I would find you there, like in like the waiting room. Is that right, Nassar? Yeah. And I would just say, Nassari, you were driving here, and do you not need to sleep anymore? I've noticed that I have not seen you sleep or take a rest of any sort since midway through our journey from Apkirk.
I have had an epiphany, and I do not require that any longer. And it's actually partially Zahad is to thank. So I appreciate his presence. It's very enlightening. But no, I am feeling fine. Thank you for checking in.
How has the Marquis helped you achieve this epiphany? He has helped many do so, but can I relay your gratitude towards him? In what way has he helped you?
During the conversation that we participated in, I hope I've made it abundantly clear that I was already grateful for it. But to answer your query, everything. He said something very profound about the journey of life and about how even though we have things in our past that we wish were different, they were necessary in order to reach the moment that we are in the present.
Yeah, I think Sahad. Emissary, he'll listen, and then he's about just quiet for maybe 10, 15 seconds, almost like he's zoned out. But he says,
"Thank you for sharing that with me. Yes, Masters, the Marquis has great wisdom I have found that he has. He is. Yeah, he is very wise.
I would hope so. With someone who's been around so long, time is the best teacher sometimes.
That's very true.
I'm
You have
I'm new to this. What do you normally do in the nights, other than watching over and protecting everyone?
Sometimes I will reside at Azahad's house, but there are many nights where I am friends with his daughter Quillen,
Mm-hmm.
and there are many times where she works late into the night and she keeps odd hours, and so when others are awake, she is usually asleep and vice versa. So there are many times where I find myself helping her with her experiments. So that is many times I am there, but otherwise I will sometimes sit at. There's a park that I enjoy, and I will sit there at nighttime. But there are times, like I've said, where I am at the Marquis's place if he requests me, if he desires any help from me.
Well, what will you do now that we're on the road?
I think we are in a more dangerous situation, and so I will keep very close to Zahad to make sure that he and you others are also kept safe.
Well,
But no, I have no need to. I can simply be for a number of hours. I do not need to sleep per se, although I need to shut down most of my primary core functions in order to achieve a rested state, as it were.
yes, I understand.
But I see
that.
you, but you do not. It seems you may do as you wish throughout the nighttime, it appears.
Well, I can't do anything horribly physically stringent. It's not like I'm casting magics or running marathons. Just light work, reading, steering a vehicle, just little things. I can keep my mind occupied while not overstraining my body.
I understand.
It will free up a lot of time for study, but I'm afraid that at this current moment I find myself without material. As I finish up the Gratanta book and put it down on the coffee table.
Yeah. I have a few more hours left of the night.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't have to have the whole conversation necessarily right here on the podcast, but Nasara would be like, Emissary, if you're comfortable, I would love to hear more about your individual story, about where you came from and how you came to serve Master Zahad. I've never gotten to work with an automaton. Is that what do you? I know that you are Emissary and that is your name, but what are you called? Not as an individual.
I have been called an automaton. Some people have used the term warforged, although and that would fit given my capabilities that I have discovered. But my own story is, well, it is brief, but I have been with Master Zod for only a couple of years. Prior to that, I resided in a kobold village a little to the south of Abkirk. To be honest, my own origin is a little unknown to me. I was discovered in the village having fallen from the sky. It is difficult. This is told to me, but a couple years ago, something happened, which I'm still unaware exactly what happened, but something happened to the people, to the kobolds in that village, and I now find myself with Master Zahad, and I find myself working for him, trying to uncover exactly what happened those several years ago.
So you said to the south of Abkirk?
I think it's I think Angela said north, but I think I got the map mixed up. It's kind of to the north, kind of by the mountains. I think I was kind of by the river. Maybe I always envisioned I was at the base of the mountains, kind of right here, kind of thing. Okay. Maybe there.
We should make a I think it would be prudent once we've finished up what we need to in Creekord, and I know that that's going to be a ways off. I am apprehensive about Murphy's family being alone in the woods, in the swamp. I'm sure that they're perfectly capable of taking care of themselves, but with how far reaching the disappearances have been, and the fact that I cannot get a straight answer out of our wonderful little pink guide about when the last time he was able to contact his family was, I worry that something may have happened to them. And if your Cobalt Village was in the same location, I don't see why we can't also make a stop there to do some investigating if you're feeling up to it.
Of course, the Marquis and I did make a trip shortly after I met him to my village to investigate, although there was very little to be gleaned from my village. But no, I've been so focused on these other disappearances. You're right. We should make sure that Murphy's family and his village is okay too. If things could happen to my people, then perhaps it could happen to his. That would be an error on our part to not investigate that. You are
Yes.
correct, Asara.
And I'm glad to hear that the Marquis took you to the location of your village. And I do not mean to degrade the value of that trip, but you are in a larger group with more widespread expertise. So perhaps something that was unknowable to you and the Marquis may be gleaned from our combined efforts.
I would wholly agree with that assessment. This, yes, I would very much like each of you to, once we get back from this current mission, to perhaps investigate further
I
my
think,
village.
I mean, we will have to eventually return to Apkirk, and the wagon cannot be teleported. So
That is true.
I suppose we could take the long way around and go through the forest. I know that we were accosted by aberrations last time, but
Yes. But we could follow the river back with help of Murphy's heads-up display, and we should be able to make it there without too much issue. But you're right. Hopefully, we will be able to defend ourselves better from any creatures that may attack us this time.
Yeah.
Thank you for speaking with me, Nasara. I appreciate it.
You're very curious, emissary. I mean that in the most respectful way possible. You're different, and I suppose that resonates with me. And even someone who is so different as yourself would have a home and would have a family and should know what happened to them for that closure. And it would, I think it would be a crime to treat you like those emotions are meaningless.
Thank you. I will take it as a compliment that I am different to Sarah. I think you are different too, and I appreciate that about you.
Emissary, give me either an insight or a perception check. Your choice, and tell me which one.
Ooh, I'll do, I guess, perception. Some kind of good. Not bad. 14, 16.
As you are talking with Nasara, you seem to see her eyes change just a little bit. The pupil narrows, but then it also appears to swing almost like a pendulum as you're watching it. So it tends to do this kind of almost metronome, very synchronized.
I think I will.
To a beat.
Yeah. I will just
lean in just a little bit, like, and I mean, he's kind of, for the most part, unblinking. You know, his has the aperture, which kind of makes it. You see the aperture kind of maybe it's a little bit smaller, so he kind of leans inward. He makes note of that, and then I think he.
And it just as soon as you see it, it vanishes, and it's back to the normal humanoid eye look.
Got it. And I kind of back up, and I'll kind of take that in, and I think I would just say, I think I would just tell Sarah good night. Say thank you for the conversation.
Of course, I'm here. We'll have plenty more time to talk, I'm sure, being the only two restless ones.
Yeah. And I think as he's going away, he kind of turns back at the last moment and he says, when we were in the swamp, you asked me why I looked at you funny when you were talking to the snake, where the little gnome was making pink pigs and all sorts of things were happening. In that moment, you reminded me of my grandmother back in the village. That is why I looked at you that way. It brought me some comfort to see you talking to a creature like that.
Your grandmother talked to the snakes?
Yes, her name was Ashkira. She was the elder of our village. She was, I believe, a druid, if that is the proper term. She was one with the spirits, although she worshipped Embryo, although she was really, it was more than that. She was one with nature, and she was one with those of the plants and animals around her.
I'm glad that I could remind you of her. The memories we have of those who are lost to us are precious things, and we cannot afford to let them go, for then they truly die. Good night, emissary. And I'm going to return to my book about death.
Mood killer.
As that's going on, the two restless ones, there is a third restless one tonight.
Uh-oh.
Melt.
Had too much
I was
pie.
already going to ask if I could try and sneak out to get key lime pie. That was the thing I wanted to try and do.
Key lime pie.
Yep. As you are in your bedroom waiting for everybody else, you're like, everybody will go to sleep at some point. Emissary will go in with Zahad, but the light out in the front room never turns off. You open the door and look out, and you see Nasara sitting, reading a book.
Do I see him?
Nope, your back is turned because the bedrooms are on the other side. There are windows.
Okay. She's reading a book. Hopefully it's fairly engrossing. Okay. I think I just have to... I'm going to go back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, let me see here.
As you're contemplating, you then hear talking out in the front room. And you turn, and Emissary and Nasara are now conversing in the front room.
Okay.
Melt, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to go back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do Channel Divinity to get proficiency with stealth.
Okay.
Because that's a thing I can do, and we're doing it. And then we're going to... I'm just going for it. Like, just nope. I'm going to be sneaky about it because I don't want them to see. They're busy talking. There's something going on there, but it's more important than what I'm doing. Surely they won't see me and they won't pay attention.
My passive perception is a 17. But
I don't know that he really cares about that at this particular moment in time.
Just letting you know what you have to beat, sir, on your stealth roll.
I know. it's probably not going to happen given what's been going on. But hey, oh, that's a fair point, game. I think he'll at least have enough of his faculties that he's going to take his armor off, so it's an actual normal roll, because he isn't going to need that on at this moment in time. But anyway, he's just going for it. Like sneak,
If it
sneak,
meets,
sneak,
it
sneak,
beats, right?
sneak, 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 sneak.
In this instance, I'm going to say that you are distracted with the books.
That's fine.
And so he is able to sneak out, open the door. He kind of times it, like as he works his way around. The moment that you kind of turn to talk to Emissary as he's leaving, the door opens and coincides with it. So he's been privy to that, most of that conversation, just kind of slowly working his way around the room, staying out of the peripheral vision, you know. And you are out in the corridor. Melt.
There's probably self-control enough to sneak, like, just to where he thinks it's like they won't hear me anymore, and then it's probably just an all-out run.
Okay. You get downstairs. The tavern is basically cleared out. There's a few people still playing cards. A couple people passed out drunk on the tables. As you look over, there is Madame Moonbreeze with a pie looking at you going, well, come on.
You're a woman after my own heart. You knew what I wanted! Give me that pie, please.
I zoned over 5 seconds. What happened?
And she leads you around towards a back corner.
Yep.
Pulls out a fork.
Yep.
And takes a piece of it out. Why are you here? As she feeds you the piece of pie.
Oh, man.
I'm here for pie.
As you say that, she pulls it back. Other than the pie.
Oh, man.
The pie is so good. You mean like here in Kreegord?
Yes.
You all have had people disappearing, and that bears like looking into.
Yep. She lets you have the bite as a reward for giving her the information. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's not going to be great. Oh boy. Nope. No, this is fitting. Yep. Yep. Nope.
As she begins to just slowly question you over the next hour as she's feeding you pie, you divulge everything that you know. Everything he knows.
So how's that little secret organization going?
He's a pie slut. That's what he is.
Oh, man.
Mel, you have murdered me. I am dead. I have been ended, and you're probably coming with me.
Me and Emissary might be guilty because of this, because of what we just did.
What we did, it's our
it's our fault.
Man.
Yes. As she kind of nods.
We thought it was funny at the time.
Yeah, it was so funny at the time.
It was funny at the time.
I don't regret her head going.
No, I don't either.
So she says, well, good. Melt, you're going to tell me everything all the time, right? As she feeds you another bite.
As long as the pie keeps coming, yes.
Good. And she hands you a flask.
Flask
and
pie.
basically, that this flask is magical. It refills with pie, liquid pie that you can drink. But it does have ramifications. You are as long as you, it's basically a cursed flask. You are perpetually charmed by Moonbreeze. And we'll give her any of the information she wants.
Okay.
And the pie flask is the only thing that you will drink from anymore.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That's fair.
You won't drink water anymore? I feel like this is unhealthy.
That's fair.
It's gonna start being
But the
unhealthy.
pie, man. The pie is
That's
just
true.
so good.
It's no longer pie. This is a special potion concoction. It's not.
It's pie.
It just tastes like key lime.
It's in
in
Melt's
his
Oh my
brain,
gosh,
it's
it is
pie.
He has
pie.
key lime. He has key lime soda or something like that. Key lime water.
Yes, yeah.
It's like the OG Coca-Cola with the
Mhm.
cocaine.
Yeah.
That's exactly, yeah.
Honestly, worth it. Maybe not for maybe not for Nasara, but definitely for Mel.
As she says this, and she goes, "You'll keep my secret, right, Melt?"
What secret?
Perfect. And with that, I need you to make one more saving throw for me.
What kind of save and throw are we talking?
Give me a second, and I'll let you know.
A
The
pride,
kind where
a
you're
pride
getting
saving
biased.
throw. Yeah.
I mean,
A sell your soul saving throw. You are now a warlock again.
You are now a warlock, and your patron is pie.
I mean, apparently Melt's into that. It's where we're at.
Eldridge Pie.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I found out things about my character last session that I didn't know either. So.
Wow.
See, when I find out something about Nasara, it's that, oh, she reminds Emissary of his grandmother. When you guys do it, it's, oh, I'm gonna just, like, be inconvenient for everybody around me.
Yeah.
We're trying our hardest here, okay?
I know, it's real hard. Money's hard. Pie is hard.
I'd say pie is harder. I think that's a harder.
It is a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh, of course it is, because I'm deep in the pie-ness.
You are now geist.
Oh, joy.
Man.
That's great.
So if you fail to not give her information or fail to hold this secret from others, you will take that damage.
Okay. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad
Alright.
I eat the pie.
And she sends you off to bed.
Okay.
Little pat on the rear as she sends you off.
Oh man, it's fine as long as she
No.
keeps the pies coming. It's fine. It's all
What
fine.
happens when Melt develops type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, exactly.
How long has it been,
Do
Andrew?
we have magic for that?
It has
Are we
been
cured type 2 diabetes? And
it has been multiple hours.
Okay.
So you are going to suffer one level of exhaustion.
That's fair. And I'm also not proficient in stealth as I make my way back to the room. Great. Good story. That's probably going to be decidedly worse. Yeah, decidedly worse.
You slam the door shut, and Nasara is still on the couch reading.
And I just give you the strangest look.
It's fine. I'm cuddled in bed, like hugging a jug. Don't bother me. It's fine.
Oh man,
it's all fine.
It's not fine.
You don't say anything to as he walks by you in the front row.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to engage him. Like, out for a midnight stroll, Melt.
Out for a midnight pie.
Can I like roll a wisdom save or something to determine whether or not I should be sus about this? Because like he was a good knight behind me, as far as I knew. That's a 21. Are you all right, Melt?
I was not all right when I snuck out. In fact, you and Emissary were Well, I didn't want to interrupt you in Emissary's discussion. It felt like you were having a very heartfelt thing. I just wanted pie. I didn't want to bother anyone. So I did my utmost to make sure I was not seen. But now I've had pie. I'm better now. And I'm going to go back to bed. And
Can I insight him? Is that a thing I can do?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's only a 9, so.
Well, Melt,
Yeah.
please roll a perception or a deception.
Okay.
You mean
Or sorry,
persuasion?
deception or persuasion.
Okay.
Your choice.
That's fair. They're both equally bad, so
You don't have to tell them which one you rolled.
that's fine.
Just send it to me. Just send it private to GM.
Private to GM, done.
You don't feel he's being entirely truthful. He is not okay. He tends to be shaking. His hand is on what appears to be a flask.
Can I flash the magic eyes real quick? What am I getting off of him? Like, I want to. This flask is the magical? Like, is he under the influence of something? Is he just drunk? Like,
as you flash the magic eyes at Melt. Sorry, pulling up seeing magic. His normal colors are there from all of his items, but you also see a hue of red around his head.
what color there, my bro? Neon, muted. Heckin', you haven't thought that far ahead of what Moonbreeze is?
So
I'm assuming it's either neon or pastel.
it is.
I don't feel like this is cleric behavior.
Muted.
Okay, maybe it is cleric behavior or warlock. One of the two. Cool. So, extra planar evocation magic on his head. What about the flask?
The flask gives the same magic of a just a magic drink vessel, like a never-ending water. So it's like a transmutation. So it'd be green with that same muted color.
Melt. I say this because I care about you.
Mhm.
Are you aware that you have your...
Oh, and I spoke wrong. It's not red. It's yellow around him. I'm sorry.
Oh, enchantment. Oh,
Yeah.
then yeah, we know exactly what's going on. Melt, has somebody charmed you? I'm not. Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
Emissary. I'm gonna knock on the door. Emissary, I think we might need to have a family meeting.
I'm going into my
intervention.
room now because I
Yeah,
really
Emissary
think I
comes
need
out,
to go
yeah.
to sleep, and I don't think we need to bother
No,
Mr. Metalman.
Yes, Desara? I come out.
Yes.
Evening, Master Melt.
I didn't want to wake everyone up.
I was already awake.
Okay.
Melt,
Uh-huh.
darling.
What?
I apologize,
Uh-huh.
but, and I'm going to look you right in the eye. I suggest you tell me what's going on here, and I need a wisdom save.
Oh, fuck. You're going to make me make myself bleed. Oh.
I am concerned about you. Emissary.
Wisdom
he's
save?
enchanted.
All right. All right, let's
Somebody
go.
has enchanted him.
having a great night's rest right now.
I mean,
16 saving throw.
he rolled a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that passes. Wait, hold on. Let me check. Yep, that passes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I'll stand in the doorway once Nasara tells me that he's been enchanted. Just make sure he can't go towards his room.
Been enchanted by pie.
Are you not feeling well?
No, like wonderful pie was downstairs. I went and had some. That's all that happened.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you, Melt, and that's very concerning. You shouldn't be lying to your compatriots. Somebody has gotten to him. He has been tampered
there was
with.
Pie downstairs. I had pie. I had lots of pie.
Moonbeam.
It was wonderful.
There was something in the pie.
Should we wake Sahad, or can this wait until morning, Sarah?
I don't know.
I am uncertain how to.
I'm not sure.
Perhaps the pie was simply very good.
It is.
He's enchanted with magics.
It is, emissary. It's fine. I'm going to go to bed now. You all just
wait just a moment.
You snuck out. You've come back.
I was trying to be polite. You all were having a conversation.
Can we get rid of the enchantment? Can we?
That's not something I know how to do, unfortunately.
Is it dispelling? I think dispel might be something that can alleviate such.
Yes, I do not have that. That's beyond my capabilities. I cannot undo whatever magic has been done to him.
Perhaps is self-limited. Yeah, he could. Compromised is not good. Perhaps we could lock him in the room until morning when Master Zahad could take a peek at him.
Maybe we should just keep an eye on him.
I will stay with him the whole night.
I would appreciate
But I'll let
that.
him.
So if you're going to go into the room, I'll join you, and I'll just kind of stare at you the whole night. Fall asleep.
Okay. Don't stick me into bags of holding, please.
I cannot say I would never do that, but I will not do that again.
I will not do it this time.
Is there anything different about him, Andrew, that I see? Does he? I mean, he just looks.
Give me a insight check.
Where's my? Oh, my cursor.
Give me that perception or deception.
Yep.
Michael, again.
Insight.
Yeah. No,
I'm not. Emissary's not great with this, but no, he doesn't. Yeah, 23. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I'll just stare at him the whole night.
Because Nasara rolled an 8.
I do technically beat you. Yay.
Yeah, you beat.
It's
okay.
He tells you that he's just tired, that he was, craving more pie, that it's really, really good, best pie he's ever had.
Yeah.
And he just wanted more, and you believe him.
Yeah.
Can never
happen. But I trust Nasara, so I will do as she asks, and I will just make sure that he is safe.
He doesn't seem to be suspicious or compromised. Nothing else seems fishy other than that he left.
Yeah.
And as he tells you, emissary, I mean, Nasara's word that he left, you came in and he was at his bedroom door.
That may be true, but I trust Nasara in this. It's okay.
He did slam open the door. Like we did establish that he did slam open the door when he came back, right?
And I will, and I will not disturb your sleep, Melt. You may rest easy. I will watch over you.
Gonna take a sip from the emergency pie flask and just curl up in bed. It's like
that's fine.
As you drink that, you get a calming sensation.
There we go. Just what I needed.
Yeah. And you no longer want the pie. Like the pie is good.
Oh.
But this is better.
Oh.
And so you're perfectly happy to have the pie, but you've had your fill of pie now.
This is good.
It is classic Coke. Oh no.
Good. All right. Good enough.
So if anybody says you can't have the pie anymore, you're not going to go off the deep end.
That's fair.
Yep. The pie was a temporary substitute for this.
Okay.
Ready. Morning comes, Melt, you will suffer that level of exhaustion. Did
Yep.
not get that 8 hours.
Oh, that was such a nice sleep. All right. Man, I had a really funny dream about pie.
Nasara gives you the dirtiest look.
Oh yeah, speaking of pie sounds really good for breakfast. We should go
No,
hit that up.
pie is not good for breakfast.
Actually, no,
What?
I think like breakfast pie, that actually didn't sound too bad, you know?
Key lime is the best.
I don't think we can trust Mistress Moonbeam. Would you like to tell us now, this morning, Mel, about your escapade?
What?
Uh-oh.
Would you like
Uh-oh.
to share with the class about
About
Wait,
what?
coming out
What do you
and
mean?
coming
Oh
back?
no!
What's wrong with
Don't tell me. The pie gave you the runs.
No.
Oh,
That's
thank
what I was thinking too.
Well-
I don't want to buy into that, you know.
The pie was very good. I wanted more. I went and got more, and I came back.
That was good.
Oh, I see what you're getting at there, Melt. I see what you're saying. Okay,
And
You know,
Nasara's trying to make more of it than it really needs to be.
we
I
all
believe-
have our we
yeah.
all have our own secrets. I think, you know. You have your little
There's no
organization,
secrets.
Sarah.
I
and
went downstairs. I got pie. I achieved pie. And then
He
No,
has
I'm
been
fine.
enchanted.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Melt. I'm picking up what you're
No.
putting down. Yeah.
Listen to me. He has been affected by enchantment magic. He was not like this before the pie. I can see
So
it.
that is
you.
strange.
Can I tell
Although
a difference
enchantment-
between behavior?
Well, it doesn't seem too far off from my
You can
theory.
give it insight.
don't need pie anymore. Fine. I will swear off pie if that is what is causing this.
It was an 8.
I mean, you had the pie. You're fine. He
I'll
just
make-
seemed to really enjoy the pie. Like
Oh,
you
I'll-
understand, like
Mm.
you've had those moments where like you've tasted something that was so good you went back for seconds and thirds.
Oh yeah.
Let's just see what happens. I'm making an insight check.
I don't know, Sarah.
Hey,
I had the pie
16.
too, and I'm perfectly fine. I didn't go back out and get more. It was good pie.
I would like
But
to
I-
flash the magic eyes at Mel
Yeah.
at him
Yeah.
too, just because that
Yeah.
detail lapsed my brain. And I was not. And now I don't know if he's contaminated too.
You look at Murphy, and there is no magic other than what you're normally used to seeing around him.
And when I look at Melt, he's still yellow.
No,
He's not yellow anymore.
correct.
Oh.
I made an insight check of 16. I don't know if that does anything, but
Melt's behavior is a little bit erratic, but not in the realm of dangerous.
okay. Everything just lines up with what Kieran thinks. So yeah, he's not at all suspicious about Melt. He's just think he went down for pie in quotation marks.
But I believe Nasara's concern is not based upon action, but upon her known extrasensory perception of the mana weave that revolves around magic objects and items and people. I believe, is that correct, Nasara?
Yes,
saw
when he returned
layer
from
of-
his midnight foray to pie, as she quotes,
There was some extra ambient radiation that was emitting.
enchantment
No.
magic
Enchantment.
specifically. He was charmed.
Tell us, Melt, was this blonde pie or ginger pie?
It was just
That's
pie.
what I'm wondering.
Key lime pie.
maybe.
Key lime pie.
Hmm.
That's all it was. That's all it was. I'm over it now. I've had enough.
I believe
fine.
you. I believe you. It was good pie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
The
Look,
magic thing is weird, but I mean, charm, enchantment.
late.
Real quick, can I just grab the back of Melt's like shirt and make sure he doesn't have anything on his neck?
That's honestly really fair.
we are in paranoid zone.
Just gonna
Oh.
take a sip from my flask. It's
As
really,
as
really
you do
bad.
that, Melt is grabbing a drink and it sloshes over his face a little bit, and there's nothing on his neck.
Yeah.
You do see a couple of red scratch marks, though.
Well, but that could have been from the last time we were accosted by these things.
Listen, I think right now Melt just has his secrets, and we'll keep a close eye on him. You're under probation right now, Melt. I'm sorry to say it because, obviously weird magic is not normal. I will agree with Nasara on that. So you are on probation. You don't leave any of our sites unless I say otherwise. All right?
Perhaps he can accompany us to the sheriff's department, Kieran.
Yeah. How about
He
us
can help,
three go
ask some
there, and
questions.
then Zahad and the others will go to the healer, I believe. Is that where you guys wanted to go?
I think in this instance, I can allow Zahad to leave my site. But yes.
Could be fun.
Unless we bring
Alright.
Melt to the healer if we believe this could.
Why do
We should
need
just
to
watch him
go
for
to
now.
Okay.
Well,
Fine.
he might. Well, if there was magic around him, the healer might know more. I don't know.
That's true. We could.
Maybe the
Perhaps
sheriff.
Melt goes. Yeah.
Fine.
Uh,
Fine.
He can come with us for now.
Yeah, come with us for now. And I think we'll just. Any other concerns? Anything else that happened last night that I'm not aware of? Great. Let's get to business today.
Does that sound good? You guys want to go to the? You want to check out the barber, or does anybody else want to come to the sheriff? Should we all go to the sheriff? We could just do that too.
Sheriff's would place.
Yeah.
Just go to-
I'll go there.
Yeah.
We
all just wanna
probably
go
all
sheriff,
just go
that's
together.
fine,
Yeah, we'll just go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking split to save time in game,
Yeah.
but it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, we'll do it super fast.
You guys all leave in the morning. There is breakfast for you, if you'd like it.
Is there quiche?
It's more breads and grains,
Yeah.
so like bagels, soft pastries, and
Take something to go.
she's not used to having people for breakfast.
Can I do an insight on Moonbeam and figure out if she's being suspicious?
Sure.
Because she is the source of the pie.
That's true.
Giggity.
That's a 4. Nope, I don't notice nothing. She is cool as a cucumber, and I am wound up tighter than a clock. So
He wishes you all well, and you guys walk out. The sheriff's area and jail is right across the street. As you walk over, about a 5-foot goblin, so taller goblin than what you're expecting it. Full there with boots and spurs, a hat pulled down, got the bit of tumbleweed sticking out of its mouth. You must be the new folks in town.
Yeah. I'm Kieran. This is Nasara, Melt, Emissary, Murphy,
Morning.
and Zahad.
Howdy.
Sorry, Zahad's a bit busy with paperwork. Normally he'd be the one to speak, but we're here to investigate, I believe, disappearances. Is that right, party?
Yes, that is
Disappearances. What are you talking about disappearances?
Well, I mean, we've heard people have been disappearing around town. It's our mission to help these people or try to find them.
Inside check.
Weren't we requested to help?
Eight.
Did someone request us to? Was it this guy? I guess.
8. Speaking the truth.
But we were
mean-
wondering if you could help us at all, of anything, any sort of weird things going on around town or anything like that. You look like you'd be the person to know it.
Well, we don't have much strange things happening here.
So we recently came across a band of scouts, if you will. They said they were from here and they were sent to the south to investigate a cave back about a season ago. In the mountains to the southeast.
Oh
Was
yeah.
that- They somehow ended up farther east than south, so we and one of them unfortunately expired. We helped them back to town and got their friends situated on their way to the realm of Cretanta. And we were just wondering what exactly the job fully entailed. We were perhaps thinking of heading off that way ourselves.
But the group came back. They went and investigated and came back and told me there was nothing going on up there.
That's
Insight check again. Maybe? Can I do that again?
Yeah.
That would make sense if they came back already infected. They would have told him.
I feel like this answers our question, at the very least.
19 this
How about
time.
we need to go?
He is being completely honest that in a group out there, like he was taken aback that, with the claims that Nassar was just talking about, took him a second to remember kind of the job that he had described and as you guys described it. But you get the sense that he's telling you the truth. They came back and reported everything was fine.
Interesting.
Well, they separated and went their own ways.
Well, if I think that's all. Thank you for your time. A very nice hat. I like it.
So based on this information, are you sending miners to the cave? What was your original interest with it, if you don't mind me asking?
It was a cave that had been told to have some unique properties about it, some metals and alloys. And the first group that we had sent out there, we hadn't heard from in several periods, which for most of the dragon kin from the north, when they get sent there, they're really diligent about mining. As he takes a drink from his flask.
Does the flask look familiar?
Your perception check.
I'll flash the crazy eyes if I have to.
Flash
yeah.
the crazy eyes. This is the best
ma-
description I've heard of your magic eyes.
That's a 10.
It gives off magic, just of transmutation, which is very typical of a water flask, anything of that nature. Not uncommon to be having in a place like this.
Endless water skin.
Does it look like the one that
Nope,
Melt has? No? Okay.
Just a simple water skin. Melts is a little bit more nice. He said, so after a couple periods of not seeing him back with what was out there, we sent a party looking for him. I was afraid that a cave-in had happened or something had attacked him. They came back and said there was no cave-in, found the Dragonborn, brought back some material, and that the Dragonborn had returned home.
So, from the conversation we had with them, and from the conversation we've had with others around town, the Dragonborn are missing again, and they had no recollection of the cave, coming back and talking to you. And did you know that the blacksmith's 3 apprentices have also disappeared?
Well, I mean, that's not uncommon. He's had numerous apprentices over the years, and I think only one of them's ever finished it to the full. Most of the time, he runs them off. He's got a really keen eye for this stuff, and he can be hard on you if you make mistakes.
I hear you. However, the third, the dwarf, was doing very well. I'll produce the chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
And left without an altercation. So I assume that given the variety of individuals in your fair town, you've at least come into contact with Earthkin and know that the dwarves are very
Stubborn, pig-headed, tough.
Nasara's gonna bite her tongue. Some fears. Passionate, driven, dedicated, and
You could use those
reverent
words.
to the craft, specifically.
I believe those are kinder words, yes, than you used.
Gonna just side-eye you, Kieran. You are not helping. The point is that people are still disappearing. So have you sent another group to that mine? Have they, like, since the second group returned?
No. I marked it as case closed, that nothing was wrong.
Well, I hear you, but you said that the original interest in that cave was
They said they got everything out of it. The Dragon King came back with some minerals and everything and said that this was the only vein that was in there and that they'd cleaned it all out and that it was done and they'd filled it back in so that nobody could get hurt.
Thank you so much for the assistance and the information. That's very helpful. And I'm gonna walk away from this conversation before I say something rude.
Oh, don't worry, Kira would have done it for you.
That's not how mines work.
I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Durdad.
Dirt.
And he is a hobgoblin.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we'll step away and.
I do want to warn you all. If you need haircuts, don't go see our barber.
All right.
Okay.
Wasn't planning on it.
Any particular reason for the warning, sir?
He pulls his hat off, and you see that half of his head is like a mop top, and the other half is a mohawk.
Wow.
Now that's a fashion statement.
Woo-wee!
And he puts the hat back on. And now you know why I got a hat.
Are radical haircuts the only thing your barber does? Or are there
They
other...
can't ever agree on one haircut.
Do they happen to be twice-headed? Like... So much Earthkin around. Love it so much. But, so they don't offer healing services?
The barber, no, but the doctor does. That's right next door. You have the barber and then the healer.
Shall we go to the doctor?
Sometimes when people go to the barber, they have to then go to the healer.
Sorry, you want to go to the doctor?
I think it might be prudent. Perhaps they could provide for us some healing potions or additional information about people who've not been in town.
Yeah.
That's true. Let's go.
Yeah. Make our way.
Make my way.
Downtown. Walking slow in the heat. Oh.
There's a tumbleweed.
As you guys walk, you see a dragonborn, in a coat, kind of like a trench coat, whittling on the porch, and you hear yelling from a door next to him, No. That's not how you do it. You do it like this. I told you that this is how we should do it. This is what he said he wanted. No. We know what he wants. You do it like this. And the guy in the trench coat just kind of looks up and goes, I hope that one can sit still. And just keeps whittling.
Goodness.
Good morning. Hail and well met. Are you the healer of this humble town?
Most of the time, I feel they usually just fix their mistakes.
Yes, we heard about their conflicting artistry.
As you say that, you hear, "Quit squirming! You're gonna cause me to make a mistake!"
It sounds like you might have another customer in your future, so we will be brief. We are going on a journey, and we're wondering if you had potions for sale that could aid us in our quest. And we were wondering if there's anybody around town who you're used to seeing on a somewhat regular basis that you haven't seen recently. We've heard that there have been a couple of disappearances, and just trying to learn some more about that.
Disappearances, that's a new one for me. As you look at him, his trench coat kind of opens and you see reflected almost a pale ivory white hide of the Dragonborn. But when it comes to potions and things like that, I'm not very skilled in that regard. But I might have something. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out 3 almost opalescent pearl type beads. These tend to do the trick when you're in a pinch.
What am I looking at, Andrew? Like, because opalescent pearl, pearls of power aren't going to help me. I mean, they're great. I'd take one, but
it looks like prayer beads.
Oh, are they all the same? And they're already disconnected from the necklace, or there are only 3 left on the necklace?
They are not on a necklace. They are just individual.
Okay. And what would you be willing to trade, or what price of tricks would be required to alleviate those from your possession?
2 potential things. 1, the guy in the purple over there, he gets a haircut. Or 2, 30 tricks a pop.
Who's the guy in the purple?
That's Zahad.
It's Zahad, I think.
Oh, jeez.
I like Zahad's hair though.
And with that,
That's where
that is where we're going to leave off tonight. As everybody turns and stares at Zahad. And we zoom back out over the town. And you hear, "I told you to quit squirming. Now you done made me cut your ear off."
Oh.
Well, I hope you guys had fun this evening. It was a fun episode. I might need to change the name to What Pie.
What pie?
But anyways, it was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed watching. And until next time, I hope all your games are filled with as much shenanigans as ours are. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.